Hello, my name is Kamau Amen, and I'm the SVP of Marketing and Operations with Go Africa LLC.
Okay, and
Well, I think you should be asking me the question.
okay. So Kamal, tell us about how you got your name.
Okay, I had my name changed years ago, and the whole idea was I really wanted an African name. I was born and raised in Jamaica, and I somehow developed a consciousness of my own African identity pretty early, out of high school, and so I really, really wanted to pursue this aspect of me, this aspect of my life where I really wanted to demonstrate that to the world in terms of who I was as, someone from the African diaspora. And as a result, I made the change. The name itself is influenced from, ancient Egyptian teachings. So, Kamau, Kamit and Osar, and of course, Amen being the supreme being in terms of the historical perspective and what that represents in.
So tell us about your studies.
So I did a bachelor's degree initially at the University of the West Indies in African and African diaspora studies. In that I focused on African history, Caribbean history, and also politics. So, that was my way of getting to know more about Africa and the contemporary political scene and all of those issues from my schooling.
Okay, so why are you passionate about Africa?
Well, it's in me, really. I've just cultivated a love, really, for Africa over the years that it never really ends, it never really dies, and it only gets deeper and stronger. I grew up in Jamaica in a context where you have Rastafari, you have many different groups within Jamaica who really look to explore their identity and their passion. And I think that influenced me. I had people like the well-known radio personality and also poet Muta Baruka, who through his own programs really explored African history, African culture for us on the air. Cabo from IRI FM are some of the people, some of my professors on campus who really cultivated in me, more depth and more passion for Africa. And it's quite natural. I am a Garveyite. I grew up, I was born in St. Ann's Bay, and I grew up in and around the parish library where there's the Marcus Garvey statue. Marcus Garvey's own house was just like a stone's throw from my school. So that was Marcus Garvey's influence was, I think, a very real presence in my life growing up.
So how would you feel about the energy of the diaspora community going back to help Africa? From yours?
I love it. I actually believe that in a big way we have a responsibility as people who are in the diaspora, Africans in the diaspora, to help with the development of Africa.
So how you feel about that energy level here? Is it?
It could be higher. I think being in America, you are confronted with race every day. You can't help it. You're as an African American, you see it, you experience it because
So,
of the
what has
situation.
been your experience with the Africans who want to go back to Africa?
The Africans who want to go back to Africa, there are quite a few that I've come across. I don't think I've met enough though. For those of us who actually make the trek, the experience has always been life-changing when you can have a conversation with them in terms of how their experiences on the African continent have been and how it measures up to what their expectations were.
So why Ghana?
Ghana, I think because some things happened, I think, by pure serendipity. And through my own DNA analysis, my DNA pretty much points to Nigeria, Benin, Togo, as where my ancestors are from.
So why go Africa and Ghana?
But going to going into this project with Go Africa and the opportunity that has presented itself with Ghana, I think is phenomenal at this point in time. I mean, Ghana offers many. I think it's ready. It's more receptive. It's ripe for people from the diaspora like ourselves to go in and make a difference.
So, if you move to Ghana, do you foresee yourself coming back?
Perhaps not, but
so we can say that your level of commitment to this project is what, 200% then?
I think it's 1,000%.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
right.
I'm so committed to seeing this project off, because I see. Yes, we are starting a project where we're looking at, the processing of coffee, cashew, cocoa, peanuts. But I see where this project can grow. There are so many opportunities that are presenting themselves now on the African continent in terms of, they're just in agriculture alone, yes, but also in other aspects of industry, real estate, education, if that's what you're into. Like, I feel it's ripe for people who have.
How do you feel about the Go Africa facility in Ghana?
No, I'm excited. I mean, can you tell?
Okay.
The space as we've seen it, they're receptive. I mean, the facilities are there. They're set up to ensure that you succeed. I really feel like you have a team on the ground that's committed to the success of this project, at least from that end. And, they are willing to do whatever you need to actually get the project going and, get things going. Our meetings with the Free Zone Board, the investment office, the export office. I mean, every one of those offices that I've interacted with and we've interacted with as Go Africa have been receptive.
So do you feel
doors.
That the efforts with Dr. Beach and Dr. Jones, yourself and others have given you a leg up, so to speak?
Yes, for sure. For sure. No.
Okay, they're not giving away any secrets or anything like that. But, okay, just wanted to know that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I think what you're saying, to paraphrase, is that everything is local. Is that a fair assessment?
Everything in Ghana?
I mean, in any type, how it ends up when the rubber meets the road is,
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's not a cakewalk, and I don't think anyone should expect to go to Africa and think it's going to be a cakewalk. But I think if you're prepared to do the work, and I mean, you know, as you've seen in terms of what we have been doing already to lay the groundwork for our own arrival there, I mean, it's been a challenge. It's been an adventure. I think there's probably more of the way to describe it.
Okay, so if you had two sentences to wrap this up, to tell someone why should they partner or invest with Go Africa for this particular initiative in West Africa, what would you say?
Yeah. Well, we're poised for growth. Listen, Ghana is definitely poised for growth. It's one of the fastest growing economies in Africa right now. And Africa itself as a continent, I mean, if you've been paying attention, has been changing, and they're open to business. And
okay, so how does that...
If you want to be a part of it, I think you have to get in now.
So you're saying that someone being a part of Go Africa is now a part of this growth trajectory?
Well, I definitely think becoming a part of Go Africa is definitely one way to be involved, because, you know, we're going to make it happen. You know, there's no doubt about that.
Okay.
Our path is, you know, we're aiming for success, and we're definitely going to make it happen. So, you know, you can join us and be a part of that growth.
Okay, Kamala, man, thank you very much, and, you know, look forward to seeing you on the ground in Africa. Hey.
I look forward to seeing you too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll all be there. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.